Today, God humbled me greatly. I want to tell you that particular story. Coming from Valentine's and all these things, this story kind of like came up, and I guess God just literally opened my eyes to it. A prayer that I had heard for over 10 years that He answered in less than a year. So in a very lengthy period of a year, it's a testimony that I'll tell you a different day, that I spent a very long time between last year and this year kind of seeing come to fruition. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what's that? It's a lot, like seeing a lot of things around me that I had prayed about for over 10 years. And I want to show you how the devil had put a trap using a woman. And you might want to be very careful. Look back into your life and see, what am I praying about? And what is it that can hinder me getting there? Because in this story, I am telling you, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to see how the devil had literally placed this person or placed this particular thing, that later on, the thing that will open it, this person was literally there just for sabotage. By the way, she did come back. She apologized for it. And so the story is being told in a different light. That apology is going to be important. Stay tuned for this video. I will show you why traumas, to watch your traumas. Watch the things that have traumatized you. Watch the things that you are hurting about. Watch the things that are making you angry. Watch those things, because inside them might be something you are praying about, something you care about, something that you would labor 10, 15, 20 years. And you don't even realize the thing that angers you the most is the thing that's holding it back. That was the case for me. For you, might be different. I don't know. Neil, ask him. Sorry for pointing. Okay. Kneel down, pray, and ask him to give you the answer. For those that might be wondering, why are you apologizing for pointing? I do not point. He is not my equal. This story goes back to I used to be a videographer, right? I had a friend who connected me with some people and said, hey Ricky, come and shoot this thing. It's gonna take such and such a period and you'll be over there. And we traveled to a distant place, okay? And when we got to this location, that's where I met this lady. Shoot the thingy, we keep contacts, we exchange numbers. But now, on the day we are going, I'm cutting the story short, I'm not going to make it long. On the day we are going, before we go, now we have this conversation. It's a group of us who were there at the event and whatnot. We are celebrating the success of the event and everything. There are questions that are asked about, whom did you find yourself connecting to or talking to a lot more? The man who was running this whole thing made us talk about that. And so, there was a certain person I was more in contact with because the person was Christian. But when their turn came, the person said they didn't connect with, they didn't talk to anybody. They were not really, So I thought, you know what? A person who can't announce thingy. Now, this is very important. The person who can't announce that me and her talked a lot. We talked a lot about the Bible because we were the only Christians. The others were Christians, but you get what I mean. More disciple-like and whatnot. So we spent a lot of time talking. So she didn't say. So when she didn't say, I thought, okay, fine, no problem. Let me not say her. So I then just pointed to a different person. Now, this person had helped me when I was doing video work. So it wasn't like that I said, oh no, I connected with this person and so forth and so forth. Because this one didn't want to announce. Now, little did I know, this one was shy. She couldn't say. And only at the end, she comes, she's like, I'm sorry, I don't know why I lied. I said, it's fine. But I took it my own way. I was like, a person who wouldn't announce you, why would you? These things, small little decisions like this become very crucial. So I distanced myself from this person because she's just shy, but in her own things, in her own fears and whatnot. And then this person who I said, oh yeah, I connected with this because this person was helping me with video and whatnot. When I had to carry a light, a microphone, whatnot, she would carry the lights and the microphone and go all over the place. So this is the setting. So I did spend a lot of time with this person, but the person was not Christian. Nothing. So over time, we built a small Nyana relationship. Nothing very serious because it's a long distance, right? And she starts having challenges. This place where she's from, job access is very difficult, whatnot, and stuff like that. And so because of this relationship, even though it's long distance, whenever I feel like I could help, I would help. Feel like I could help, I would help. Feel like I would this continues for almost about 5, 6, 7 months or something like that. Charger breaks, things like that. 400 there, buys the charger, this, that. And so I'm helping, thinking she needs the help. Generally it, nothing else. The moment it finished, right? Because I didn't have a very stable job. So when the jobs dry up, the money dries up. So when the money was not there, she would ask, there's nothing. Less than 2-3 days after that, she came back. She said, I went back to my boyfriend. I'm like, Haibo. So in the last 6 months, where was this boyfriend, mystery boyfriend? Now you see that generosity thing. That's the thing that the devil was targeting. Now I'm not talking about I'm just out there being generous. No. Particularly to the people close to me, right? The person that I'm with. And he had used this experience to tighten my heart when it comes to that. My mentor teaches concerning this particular thing. And not long after that event happened, not long after that thing happened. And he talks about, healing from your wounds and the things that what, and things that can what. If you're not careful, you can get... So he teaches about trauma and how to deal with it biblically. Okay? They are not being raised in anger. You see people who are maybe they were taken advantage of as a stepfather. They come out, they want to give advice about stepfathers. You see it on social media. You've seen people go to Penuel's show. You've seen people online. They want to give advice about things. And some of us who were raised by stepfathers, we could tell a completely different story pertaining that. Completely different. I had an amazing stepfather, story of a different day. And so, because of the traumas they suffered, under this particular thing, they now teach the errors. So they teach out of hate. Time passes over, you're dealing with the thing, healing in that particular area and whatnot. Later, I meet a different person. We are in a relationship for a while. And then she then has something that needs help, right? Something similar. It's something similar. It's just, she has a small little thing here. So I help. She has a small thing here. I help. She has a small thing here. I help. I didn't get out of that issue. Never do that again. Never do that again. I did not let someone's wrong perspective on life to dictate the person I am. I did not use hate to dictate for me that I will never be a good person to another person. I did not allow that to taint what God would desire. How am I of help to the next person? Because I was done wrong, now do I just take things? Now that does not mean I'm ignorant, okay? No, that does not mean I'm ignorant. But what it means is you do not use trauma to teach godly principles. So now this happens and time pass of me doing this. Time pass, some couple of months pass of she has a small little thing and it's things that she genuinely needs help with. The Facebook page that I had started to blow up. That girl sees that page. Somehow sees that page. So she sends me a message and sends me an apology. Hey, I'm sorry, you know what? We were young. I said, okay, it's fine, no problem. Good. She goes away, I go my way. Right? And then this issue, I want you to see how it circles back. I could have taken the hurt and let it there. But then I took the hurt, healed, and did not allow it to dictate how I behave on the next time an issue comes up. I resolve it, right? This type of scenarios comes up, and this person wakes up one day and she has a dream. And the dream she has is about the thing I've been praying about. Yeah. So she says, I saw you doing this, that. I'm like, hey, boo. Now, bear in mind, this thing I'd been praying about, I'd never maybe had a dream and I never. An area of gifting that I have, I never had a dream of me there doing that. This person has a dream of me in that. Okay, cool, no problem. We pass. From that moment when she had that dream, this thing that I've been praying about starts to become clear. So I start having clarity in this thing I'd been praying for over 10 years. So there is a very likelihood I would have continued praying about something that the devil had set a trap for me 6, 7, 8 years ago. That's scary. 6, 7, 8 years. Actually, it's almost 9 to 10 years, almost. So the devil planted something back then so that I will never practice generosity. I will not practice generosity. I will stop. Kanti right there, when I'm with the right person and my practice of generosity comes through, of course, the person will be praying for me. So that thing, whatever I'm praying for, she's praying for me. God hears her prayer, answers her prayer for me, gives her a dream. Not me. God gives her a dream. She tells me the dream. I'm like, hey, boo. That thing I'd been praying about. And after that, for the first time, I had a dream on that thing. The first time. I would have continued praying for this thing. I would have continued praying about this thing. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is that there was this particular issue that was locked in generosity. It was all locked in generosity. The devil wanted to trap it in trauma of being hurt by a girl who didn't even care. She's going to be there living her life. I'll be dragging her. That means absolutely nothing. Because that particular thing was not a prayer issue. That thing had a certain time it would come. But whatever time God had set for that thing to come, it was not even in me praying. It was in generosity. My generosity would dictate this thing coming clear. I would have continued praying. You'll go, nothing will happen, nothing, because that's not where it is. This particular thing is dependent on you. It's going to come. The answer for this thing is going to come when your generosity to someone expressed towards them, generosity practice towards them. Whatever prayer they make for you or whatnot, whatever it is that triggers, it's in that generosity. It's you being able to continue in that generosity and not taking the pain of the trauma of the wrong person to define you. God cleared my eye. That thing that I was praying about, poof. Over a period of a year, it was no longer a prayer point. I kid you not. It's not a joke. I'm making this video because pain and hurt has become an identity nowadays. You see it in the feminist movement in South Africa. People are proud. They are proud of hating something. They are proud. They are proud of anger. They are proud towards hating a partner, something. You heal, my sister. I'm telling you, you want to be an experiment, you want to be a statistic, continue in that path. Continue in that path. The devil sets traps. He's very good at that. He's very good at that. The moment I healed from that thing, I meet a different person who has issues like the other person, and I am willing, right? The same way, not pressed, not pushed, nothing. Generosity. I have the same generosity. God answers a prayer for 10 years plus. The prayer by now is over 15 years maybe. That particular prayer, over 15 years probably. The issue, the trap was set 10 years ago. Why people go to consult Sangoma all this, because they don't want to have to deal with it the way God has designed for it to be dealt with. Because the way that God had designed for me, it was, the prayer hasn't come, because it's not a now thing. Which is why in the beginning of the video you heard me saying God humbled your boy. You continue in the bitterness. That has nothing to do with what God has set for you to do. Don't worry. You want to experiment? Continue experimenting. Continue experimenting. Because until I healed in that area, I would have not seen this is God who put this person for me to help them in this thing here. And as a result of that thing I had been praying, I would be continuing to pray about it. It was not a prayer thing. It was an obedience thing. Until obedience has been, continue in hate. Continue in anger. You think it benefits you? Don't worry. Continue in that. Continue. Continue. You hurt nobody but yourself. Yeah, you hurt nobody. There are things you care about. There are things you pray about. You start business. It won't go anywhere. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. You start. It won't go anywhere. Why? Because it's locked in that area. The devil has set a trap for you to deal in bitterness. For you to deal. Continue. You are smart now. You are smart. Don't worry. One day, when it has really matured to you, you'll wake up. How much time you've wasted. Bitterness, in anger. You want revenge. You want what? Continue. You are smart now. You created the heavens and the earth. Continue. You think the Bible is foolish when it says, he that is filthy, let him be filthy still. He that is pure, let him be pure still. You think it's saying that because of what? You can just behave anyhow. You can just do whatever you want, and you'll have you are smart. You are smart now. You are smart. Continue. You'll see one day. You see, when you have wasted enough time, you haven't wasted time now. Right now, you haven't wasted time. You see, the particular one that I'm talking about, it could have been 20 years praying for that day. It would have been 20 years. You see, 2014 when I was praying about it, it was not time. The trap was set 3, 4, 5 years later. When the trap was set, how do you take it? How do you deal with it? Do you heal? Do you continue in it? Do you start hating women because this person has done this? What is your reaction to this? 5 years later again, another person comes into your life. You ought to have a certain type of a reaction because you are still bitter from the last person who has nothing to do with this person. You take the information you have from here, you bring it here. Now you be smart now. You are smart. Yeah, you can take information from here, you put it here. Continue. Continue. You'll tell us when you've wasted 20 years, when you've wasted 30 years for something that should have been answered 5 years, for something that should have been answered 10 years. Something, yeah, God answers at his time. He doesn't owe you, me, anyone. He answers at his time because there is certain circumstances by which he answers by. And until we are at those circumstances, you see, that prayer that I had 2014, had he answered it, I would have been completely in a different place now. So it wasn't fitting. There was God should not have answered that prayer then. Where I stand now, it makes sense. That prayer makes sense. Now I can tell you that the prayer now makes sense. And guess what? The last part before I leave this video. That prayer was attached directly to my calling. Directly. It was something that I had said in my beginning when I wanted to start this ministry. This was one of the first things that I said. Now again, I repeat, it has nothing to do. I don't have to say what it is. I don't have to state where, what, how, what. It doesn't matter. Those things don't matter. The point is the principle. You want to run around with hate. You want to run around with anger. You want to run around with bitterness. Continue. And in that, I was able to see. Be very careful. Because at least you yourself, you block yourself. No witch. There is no witch. But you are probably the one who's blocking yourself. Because at the end of the day, at the right time, that thing should trigger. There are certain prayers God answers. Just like that, he just answers. But if you are wrongly positioned, there are prayers you will not answer. Wrongly positioned, he is not going to answer that prayer. Wise up. The devil sets traps. He might set one for you today. He might set one for you next week. He might set one for you next month. You are very careful finding the trap that the devil has set as a way to define your entire life. Otherwise, there are things you pray for. I'm telling you. You want to be a case study? Continue. Don't say we didn't warn you. It's the Reality Show. Other episodes done today, down in the pinned comments. I'm done.